Alrighty then, we are live here on the YouTube, Google Plus, Hey Now It's Live. What is up, guys? Chase Oliver here, and I decided to do this, because my good friend texted me asking to do a video, and I said, man, I really want to make a video, but I didn't know of what, I didn't know what to make a video of. So when he texted me, I said, sure, let's do it. Originally, this was supposed to be a podcast, but I said, hey, do you want to just show yourself on camera, since he was on camera on Skype anyways?
But
So he's
people
like,
gotta
yeah.
see my lovely face, Chase.
God damn it, dude, I was trying to introduce you. Well, anyways, guys, you guys should remember who this is. If you guys don't remember who this is Mr. Routt from the Off the Rope Show, the former Off the Rope Show, still Off the Rope Show, kind of, I guess. So like that, he keeps on saying he will see you guys, but he hasn't seen any of y'all yet. So, yeah, we have Mr. Routt from the
He doesn't even have a phone right now.
Oh, Schleg Daddy doesn't even have a phone right now. Oh, we're getting all the Schleg Daddy dirt sheets on here, baby. Here on the Chase Oliver channel. But yes, Mr. Routt has joined us. He's here to talk about wrestling, something that he barely does anymore. So it's pretty cool to, get Mr. Rout's insight on professional wrestling once again. How's it going, buddy?
It's going well. Living life. Taking a break from the YouTube thing for the most part, but things are going well.
That's
Not
good,
watching
man.
that much wrestling anymore.
Oh, really? What was did you watch 30? Well, you watched 31, but that's why we're doing this. But when was the last time you watched wrestling before you watched WrestleMania 31?
Royal Rumble?
Oh, Royal Rumble. Oh, watching my boy, the Cockfist, becoming the champ. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's nice not having to watch Raw every Monday night, though. I'll tell you that.
After the Royal Rumble, I think it was like the show after the Rumble, I took a mini break from wrestling. I was like, fuck this bill to Fastlane. I ain't watching any of these Raws. Like, I already know what they're going to be about, so why even watch them? And so that's what I did, and it was very refreshing.
It was funny. My girlfriend had never watched wrestling. In fact, she thought it was really childish.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went to WrestleMania and watched it with me, and now she's like, I want to watch more wrestling. And I'm like, this isn't even the good stuff.
The good stuff was back in the good old days. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Today's wrestling? Nah. It's funny too, because like I've met a bunch of people who recently have gotten back into wrestling. They say like, yeah, I got back to wrestling for a couple years ago when The Rock returned. It's like, how are you still watching? Like, I always wonder how people that just get back into it, like how they kept on watching. But I guess they find it entertaining because they never seen this bullshit. While us, been watching and stayed loyal. We find it boring when we see Cena and Orton 5,000.
Well, she was like, I find it fun to watch John Cena get his ass kicked, and I find it fun to watch Brock Lesnar get his ass kicked. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you're watching it for. I was like, I love the fact that you hate John Cena, and you haven't watched all these years, and you still hate him.
Oh, I can't laugh too much because of my headache that I have going, but that's hilarious. She's not a fan of John Felix Anthony Cena.
She didn't have anything to say about your boy Randy Orton, though. She didn't.
Dude, because Randy Orton's a beast, man. No one hates on Randall Keith Orton. Everyone appreciates what he does. I mean, I know you haven't been watching, but if you were watching that, you would definitely say Randy Orton's more entertaining than when you were watching him. This Randy Orton has been falling.
I can say this: not watching the product every week, I don't get sick of the characters. I don't get sick of them, so like I actually look forward to a Randy Orton coming out.
Oh, so you get excited when you hear voices now. You're like, yeah, Randy Orton.
So apparently, hi ho, Chase Oliver here.
Saying I sound like Bullwinkle the Moose. I say that sometimes now too, because ever since you guys said I sound like Bullwinkle the Moose, I was all like, yeah, and I sound like Bullwinkle the Moose. And then my friends laugh. They go like, you kind of do. And I'm like,
you've got too long a hair to pull off the Orton look these days.
Oh, I know. So, sometimes I forget to shave it. Sometimes I forget to shave the hair. Because I get conflicting reports. Sometimes I get people saying I look good with the shaved head, and then other times people tell me I look good with long hair. So I get conflicting reports from different people.
Is it the girls or the guys? Which one?
It's both. It's actually both. It's both. It's conflicting reports from both of them. So I don't know which hairstyle really works for me. So like when I grow it out long, I have people go, yeah, you should really cut it. And then afterwards I'll get like 5 people saying, oh no, I love your hair. Your hair looks nice. I'm like, okay. And then like then later on when I want to shave it, a lot of people go, oh, that looks really nice. And then I get like more people saying, oh, no, I like you better with hair. So it's conflicting reports all around with my hair. Like, I don't know what they want.
I want a full-on afro. That's what I want.
Oh, I had an afro back in the day. I can do that.
Or a mohawk, something like that.
No, dude, I can't
You
rock
look
a
like
mohawk.
Seamus, man.
I can't do a mohawk, man. I tried a mohawk one time and it didn't work out. But anyways, we had enough
We
fooling
got
around.
off topic here.
Yeah, we got really off topic, but that's
Luckily,
the
only
fun
like
of
two
these.
people are watching, so that makes it okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal
And one of
at the
them's
end of
me,
the day. One of them's you, by the way, so it's fine. But anyways, guys, we're here to talk about WrestleMania. We'll get more like off the playback. Like I figured, like when I do live events, no one watches them, but then like afterwards, like via the playback, like a bunch of people watch them, which I don't understand. Because people always say, Chase, do more live Q&As, do more live stuff. Y'all
nobody
motherfuckers
wants
don't.
to tune in.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers don't watch them, and then all of a sudden, when I do it on the playback, y'all like, oh, I gotta watch this.
It feels like you're the last man on earth.
Exactly. Dude, you know what's funny too? Remember back in the old days? I know we going off topic, but it's funny. Remember back in the old days when people were like, "Man, I hate long videos. I like it better when YouTubers do 15 minutes or less when it comes to wrestling."
I haven't seen a 15-minute video in years.
Dude, nowadays, like, motherfuckers like, man, I wish you went more in detail. Like, people would rather watch, someone talk about wrestling for an hour and a half than sit there and watch a simple, condensed review of what happened,
Here's my theory on that. Like, I always thought the shorter reviews were better because I don't need somebody else to tell me what my opinion should be, but I'd like to hear some other people's opinions, but I don't need a detailed breakdown because I already watched the show.
Yeah. But nowadays, like, one of the more popular YouTubers, like, he just does, like, 4-hour Raw review. He does reviews longer than the Raws, and people watch him. He does, man. Bruce Blitz does the longest, like,
I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm just gonna like sit down and watch Raw, and I'm gonna take like a whole notebook and just fill it with my thoughts on it as I go. I really thought Randy Orton looked like shit when he pulled that kick off.
Yeah, like comment on every single fucking move that is possible. But anyways, guys, we're here to talk about WrestleMania 31, and not just the event of WrestleMania 31, but like overall, just like analysis about it. Like, is it truly one of the best WrestleManias of all time? You're going to get our thoughts and our opinions on it. Keep in mind what we say in here are our thoughts and our opinions. It doesn't necessarily reflect of what you think about the show. If you think it's one of the best of all time, for sure, man, that's your opinion. But, we just wanted to talk about, the show as a whole, kind of since we're now like 3 days removed from WrestleMania. The WrestleMania high is kind of gone. That's what normally happens with, shows like WrestleMania is like, after you watch them, you're kind of on this high, you're kind of on this buzz, and you just think, oh, man, that was actually pretty good, or that was really good, and then in reality, it probably wasn't all that good, or not really that good. But now that we're, a couple days removed from the show, and my dog just broke into my room, we're here to talk about WrestleMania 31 overall. But Mr. Routt, I want to know, Mike, what did you think about WrestleMania 31? Obviously, last time you watched wrestling was watching the Royal Rumble, which wasn't a pleasing experience, but that was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. But
sure, not a great show to come back to, but
minus the title match, that was not really that good of a show. What did you think about WrestleMania 31? You watching it?
I got together with a bunch of guys. Metal D, Marvelous Mark, Tasteless Tony T, my girlfriend, my friend Galen, and we all sat around and did what we always do, kind of make fun of the stuff that's stupid. But a lot of it was actually praised this year. A lot of it was just enjoyable. A lot of it it wasn't, oh, let's go do something else while this is on. Let's talk about something else. It was talking about what was actually on the TV.
Oh.
Except for when I ran to the gas station because I didn't want to watch the Divas match and I didn't want to watch that concert.
Hey, how dare you not want to watch the Kid Ink concert? I mean, seriously, Kid Ink and Skylar Grey, I mean, that was like the highlight of the show.
That was, let's go to the gas station and get some more Mountain Dew. Because one of our big things, when I got back, when The Rock did his promo, we took a drink every time The Rock referred to himself in the third person.
Oh, okay. He didn't do it that much, though, so you guys probably need to do
15 times.
That. 15 times he did it?
Yeah, I finished a 20 ounce of Mountain Dew.
Oh, my God. Did you guys have to go to the bathroom really bad? Because I would have afterwards.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're like. Come on, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, somebody just win this so we can go to the bathroom.
Alrighty then, man. So WrestleMania 31, you enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun show. I had fun watching it. I had friends over. They liked it. They thought it was a fun show. Uh, Funny enough, more friends liked this more than 30 last year. But I liked 30 last year. 30 was a better show overall, in my personal opinion. And keep in mind, my least favorite wrestler, Daniel Bryan, jobbed out Orton and Batista. So you
Yeah,
would
but
think I would hate 30. But
last year's show has a stigma about it because that's the year that the Taker lost.
yeah, but yeah, but like even with the Taker loss, I still enjoyed myself watching the whole show. Like my
I can
Cena
even
and the
imagine.
Taker match, I
I
like
can
that show
imagine
better.
last year watching it with Jeff. Jeff would have just died in the middle of the room. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Everyone was so waiting for his WrestleMania 30 review, and said he made a Taker video that was like 30 minutes long, and he talked about how dumb it was that his streak ended. But I like 30 a little bit more, than 31. That was just me, but I thought 31 was an overall fun show. I want to put 30 on the level of great, maybe good. Like I'll definitely put it on the level of good, but like when I think of WrestleManias, like 31, I wouldn't put in my top 10. That's just me personally. I want to
No,
put
I wouldn't
31
put it
in
in
my
my
top
top
10.
10. It'd probably make my Chase's dog running around the background.
Oh, yeah, my little Chihuahua, De La Rosa.
Uh, I'd put it probably in my top 15, but not my top 10.
Yeah, it's definitely like for me, like if I were to rank it off the top of my head, it would be like 13 or 12. Like I would put it
I
in that
remember,
range.
I remember 30. There was a lot of points where I'm like, "Come on, let's get the show moving." That's just me.
30, 30 to me just flowed really well. I mean, you kicked it off right, and then afterwards you had that great Daniel Bryan and Triple H match. The Shield had their little whatever match. Andre the Giant Battle Royale was pretty damn good. Cena and Wyatt was a good storytelling match until Cena was all like saying, fuck you, Wyatt, I ain't putting your dumb ass over. And then afterwards, like, Taker and Brock was definitely a slow point, but then I felt it picked it up near the end. Like, the thing that carried WrestleMania 30 for me is that, like, we got two great matches on the card, Bryan versus Triple H and Bryan versus Batista and Orton. We had some stellar matches that I'm going to remember, and it has, like, a WrestleMania moment that will never erase my mind. Like, I'll still remember when this streak fucking ended.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what that WrestleMania will be known for. Is where the streak ended.
No, you're wrong. It's about when Daniel Bryan overcame the odds and became the champion.
God.
How dare you say that?
Anyways, let's get into this WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania 31. But I want to know, Mike. I keep calling you Mike, Mr. Routt. I keep bouncing back and forth. I want to know from you. I want to know from you, dude. Like you said, this WrestleMania is definitely in the top 15 for you. It's also like number 13 or number 12 for me. Is there WrestleManias that you can think? Do you know your top 10 off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head. I'd have to write it down and think about it.
All right. Well, so we're gonna play this game. We're gonna go 1 through 30, and we're gonna ask, is this one better than WrestleMania 31? Before we get into the card. So WrestleMania 1, is WrestleMania 1 better than WrestleMania 31?
Yes.
Yes.
Because WrestleMania 1's the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it had big moments there. It's the first one. It just out of the fact that it was something new right there just puts it right above everything else.
Okay. WrestleMania 2 better than WrestleMania 31?
I don't believe so. Sorry, my wrestling knowledge has gone away. Like I don't remember what they all are.
Well, WrestleMania 2 was the one where they had 3 different venues: Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. WrestleMania 3, is that better than WrestleMania 31?
Here, how about I just give you my top 10 off the top of my head?
You can't remember any of these manias. How can you not remember Mania 3? Come on.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while. Okay.
I don't do a review show anymore. I don't have to sit down and watch them all.
Oh, okay. What, do you not have the WWE Network for only $9.99?
My roommate does, but I do not.
Okay.
I don't know. To me, one of the best is WrestleMania 7.
Okay.
Warrior
Warrior versus Savage, Hogan versus Slaughter in LA.
Houston. I'm thinking of 17. I am sorry.
Oh, 17, Rock and Austin.
God, yeah, sorry.
What about 19? Do you remember 19? Safeco Field, Lesnar, Angle, Rock, Austin 3.
Yeah, that's in my top 10.
What about 14? Austin versus Michaels, Rock versus Shamrock.
I think I'd throw WrestleMania 21 in there somewhere.
Oh, 21. That's one of my favorites. I love 21.
Oh, I sound like an idiot just kind of throwing these out there, but whatever.
What about 22 with Rey Mysterio winning the world title?
Oh, come on, seriously.
Come on, Booyaka. He did it.
619! Booyaka, booyaka! I want Kofi Kingston to win at a WrestleMania.
with the little New Day faction he has going?
No, not with
sucks.
Kenny Langston's just all over Twitter trying to turn him heel.
Yeah, I know, dude. He's getting angry.
Mm-hmm. I would too if I had a stupid gimmick like that. Here, I'll throw out two more that I really like, and then we'll get into this one, okay?
All right. Throw two more.
WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, I said that one.
Yeah, I know.
And then what's the other one?
WrestleMania 10, Madison Square Garden.
That's a good one.
Razor Ramon.
All right. And then also Brett versus Owen. Brett versus Owen's on the one. All righty then. So Mr. Routt just named a bunch of WrestleManias that he felt were better than 31. Most of them I can agree with. I really wanted to play the whole game, just to get us back into WrestleMania history mode, but it is what it is. Also for the guys that are asking questions, ask as much questions about, the certain matches we're talking about, or give your thoughts about the matches that we're talking about, just that way we have different opinions. But if you guys have just general wrestling questions, like for what's coming up, like Extreme Rules and whatnot, we will answer those at the end. But you can ask as many questions as you want, so just fill the comment section up. We'll definitely check it out later.
Give me a couple days, Chase, and I will do my WrestleMania history review, and then we can sit down and do an actual top 10.
Yeah, actual top 10. Okay, actual top 10 for sure. All right, so now we got WrestleMania 31. Live from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Pretty much, we kicked off the show with the 2-hour pre-show. The first hour of the pre-show was pretty much Booker T, Renee Young, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves just acting like buffoons up there, showing us the video packages before the matches even happened. So if you're excited,
Kickstart.
Oh yeah, Mountain Dew Kickstart. You gotta get that Mountain Dew Kickstart. Oh, you guys went to go get Mountain Dew during the show. Did the pre-show get you all hyped up on the Dew?
No, it was the King drinking it at the commentary table. He was the only one that opened his Mountain Dew. Everybody else was sitting there closed. I'm like, I need it.
We need it. Jared and King Lawless, drink your Mountain Dew, folks. So, anyways, they were just pretty much promoting a bunch of stuff. Booker T was promoting his book. After the first hour closed, we got to the second hour of the WrestleMania 31 pre-show, which kicked off with the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match. We had the team of the New Day taking on Los Matadores, taking on Kofi Kingston. I already said their names. Shit. That's how sick I am, people. Taking on the Usos, and then taking on Cesaro and Kid, the tag team champions, the Fatal 4-Way tag match. Now, I didn't really care about this match, man. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I just thought it was clustery. You didn't watch it?
I didn't care about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, this match, like, if anyone saw it, you all know, it was just a fucking cluster. Like,
and that's the reason that it wasn't on the main show, because nobody really cared.
Yeah, it was just
fallen down.
What do you think of these tag teams then? Let's ask you about these tag teams. What about the Usos? What do you think about the Usos?
I love the Usos. Everybody knows I love Samoa. Like, even if I didn't like the Usos, Jeff doing that song back in the day is what got the Usos over for me. And then they brought the face paint in, they added the pyros, and it just got better.
All right. What do you think of the IWC favorites, Cesaro and Kid?
I don't like Cesaro. I never have.
Oh, really?
And Tyson Kidd, it's nice that he finally had something to do. I mean, he was down in NXT for so many years, or forced to be on SmackDown. So at least he's with Cesaro now, and hopefully Cesaro can find a gimmick that actually works for him.
Hopefully. I hope Cesaro can find a gimmick. I like him a lot.
No, Cesaro, is great in the ring. It's just all his gimmicks have sucked so bad.
Yeah, I know. He's never had a really good one. That's true. He's never really had a good gimmick where you can just kind of like really get behind this guy. Like all of them have just been very stereotypical. Like what was his first gimmick? Like he hated America or something like that. Like how many gimmicks have we seen of those over the years?
A soccer player that didn't dress like a soccer player. Come on. Or rugby, whatever. I don't know.
Rugby, soccer, whatever European sport he was playing. What do you think about the Los Matadores, otherwise known as Primo and Epico?
It's dumb. It was dumb before.
What about the pool, Mago? What about the pool?
It's the best part of it. I almost bought the bull action figure just because I'm like, really?
El Torito, dude.
I'm like, this. I'll set this in my ring with my Hulk Hogan figure. That doesn't make fucking sense. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, and a little bull.
El Torito, yeah. Did you know El Torito beat Natalia in a match?
Nice.
Yes. El Torito, the only thing over from the Los Matadores. And what about everyone's favorite, the New Day?
It's not going to be a gimmick that sticks around. Vince already's given up on it, I'm sure. He's like, we got these guys and they're of color, and we should put them together so that way when they're on TV, they're all together.
God damn it, we're not racist.
That way they can go for tag belts, and we don't have to put them in the main event picture or give them the IC belt or anything. We won't give them the tag belts either, but come on.
Kofi, you won too many IC titles already. You went over your limit of winning IC championships. Fuck you.
Well, your guy Orton's running Kofi's career.
Oh, it's not his fault that he botched the spot. He should have learned better. Don't botch Randy's spots. Don't botch Randy's spots, dog. That's all I gotta say.
Never botched a spot before.
He's the most cleanest worker in the business.
What about when he doesn't break the table with his RKOs?
Dude, that's the WWE's fault for not gimmicking that table. That's the WWE's fault. They didn't gimmick the table for him.
As Vince is backstage going, do it again! Do it until it breaks!
God damn it!
I can't do the McMahon voice anymore. Damn.
Alrighty then. Battle Royale, Andre the Giant. Did you watch this one or not?
My boy Alex Riley was in there. Of course I watched this.
Yeah, with long hair and stuff. Looking different now. He's now the hungry A-Rod. Do you watch NXT at all with this stuff with Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I've been watching NXT just for that.
Oh, okay, good. I was just wondering if you were watching. I would suggest it if you haven't.
Riley's a beast.
Yeah, he's improved. He keeps on improving. He keeps on kicking ass. But what did you think about this, man? Because, like, to me, it was good, but then it just turned sour because of the fucker who won it.
We had a glitch in our WWE network, so, like, later on when we were watching matches, it kept going back to the Battle Royal at the beginning. And it was always a part right when Riley got thrown over. It's like, and Riley's out of the ring. Like, this happened, like, during almost every match. And we're like, quit reminding us that Riley's thrown out of the ring. It's like just taunting us all of WrestleMania. Oh, your guy got thrown out earlier. It's like, screw you. The only good thing that happened from this was the breakup of Mizdow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% agree.
But otherwise, I think the only reason that they had Big Show win it is I think Big Show's getting ready to retire. I think they're going to give him one nice big run and then...
Oh, fuck no. Big Show ain't ready to retire. This motherfucker still has many years on his contract, and this guy's still getting paid 7 figures to be fat. He ain't going to retire.
I think he's going to have a reduced role. I don't think he's good. I think he's going to come back for the Big Four, and that's going to be the pay-per-view he's at. I don't think he's going to be on Raw every week anymore.
I hope that's the case, because that would make Big Show actually seem significant and actually interesting to watch.
Exactly. He should be this guy that they don't trot out all the time. He should be a spectacle, something to bring in people, kind of like The Undertaker. I'm not saying he's of The Undertaker's caliber, but he should be something that people have to wait and see for a special time, not every Monday night.
Yeah, I know, because it kind of ruins him, like, being the world's largest athlete type of gimmick, because it's like, yeah, he's big and all, but then, like, every week we see him lose to, like, a smaller dude, and it's just like, how can I take this guy seriously? But if he was built up like a special attraction, you know, there'd be more of an interest to see the Big Show, like, here comes the fucking Big Show. Who can stop this guy?
Exactly. Like, And the fact that they keep turning him face, heel, like every other goddamn episode. It's like, really? I don't think I've cared about Big Show since the last time I cared was when he fought Floyd Money Mayweather.
Mayweather?
Yeah, Mayweather. Ugh, sorry.
Floyd Money Merriweather.
Whatever.
Who the fuck is that? That sounds like an NXT name ready to happen. Merriweather. Introducing from Coconut Creek, Florida, Merriweather.
The nice thing was that they got some of the NXT guys in there.
Only one.
Whatever. They got
Hideo and Tommy.
Alex Briley.
He's not an NXT guy, technically.
Technically, he is. He gave up commentating so that way he could get in the ring.
Yeah, but he's not an NXT guy.
I know he's gonna make his way back to Raw.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying he's not an NXT guy. The only NXT dude that was there was Hideo. Tommy.
Oh, Rollins has the belt. Guess what? Riley's coming for it, bitch.
No, let's not go too far there. They're not gonna fast push Riley.
Okay, how about this? Daniel Bryan's got your belt. Riley's coming for you, bitch.
That's Sheamus's job to take away that IC title.
Who you facing? Riley's coming for you after Dean Ambrose.
We don't need Riley to get buried by Cena again, man.
Yeah, good point. I guess he's facing Orton again for like the ninth time.
Don't worry, Orton will bury him nicely. Oh god, but yeah, I just didn't like Big Show winning it because it's like, what do you gain with Big Show winning this year? It's like last year it would have been okay because it's just like, okay, it's a sign of respect type of deal. It's like this was like a little bit too late, a year too late type of situation because it's like the Big Show has just been so dreadful as of late. Like he's not even entertaining to watch on television. It's like watching Big Show is just like watching like fucking tar move. It's just like holy fucking shit. Can this process finally end? Like just watching the Big Show wrestle nowadays is just so depressing.
Like if they apparently Sheamus has been ready to come back for a while. Maybe he should have came back the Raw before to join this battle, and then maybe have Sheamus win it or something.
Yeah, give Sheamus something strong, to tip his cap to. I mean, he returned the night after Raw anyways, so that would have been good for Sheamus to have. But yeah, to me, it was just like having Big Show win this was just kind of like, it was like whatever to me, and it was just like, come on, really? We couldn't give it to like a talent that could really, really do something with this, especially like a Ryback, who I felt like, should have won this one, or The Miz. Ryback or Miz were really the only two people. Like, I understand people saying Mizdow, but like Mizdow for me, him winning it would have just been like Cesaro winning it last year. Like, we get our hopes up way too high that they're going to do shit with them, and they don't do shit at all. At least with Ryback and The Miz, we know the WWE will be behind them, and they will do shit with them. So
Ryback's been buried how many times now, but people still chant "Feed me more" every time he comes out.
Yeah, so he's still going to be featured on TV and still have like some sort of feud, even if it's not a highlight feud.
That's the reason R-Truth gets featured sometimes, is because what's up? People still do it. Not a little Jimmy.
A little Jimmy. Oh God, R-Truth. All right.
R-Truth. They're going to put him in New Aldea with all them. He's going to be like a spokesperson.
That's what MJ Hooked on MMA said. Vince wants to add R-Truth to the New Day to make it complete. New Day, what's up?
And then what's up?
Oh, we gotta get Mark Henry in there. Yes, he can go back to wearing those Kool-Aid Man trunks. Remember when he wore the Kool-Aid Man trunks for the longest time, the red trunks? Jobber Mark Henry with MVP. The world's ballinest tag team. That's what they were called. You know what MVP is doing right now, Mr. Routt?
Nothing.
He's on TNA.
Oh God.
Yeah, him and Bobby Lashley feuding for that world title.
Oh, big old Bobby Lashley.
Actually, Bobby Lashley recently lost the world title to everyone's favorite Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
Oh God. Let's quit talking about that show. Matt Hardy signed a deal with them, supposedly.
Yeah, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy are the tag champs.
I don't watch that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, all the TNA fans are now upset with us. But anyways, now it's time to talk about the main card. All two of them. Apparently, they're rising numbers every week on Destination.
They can hold each other and cry.
They're rising numbers every week on Destination America. But anyways, Intercontinental ladder match kicked up the show. But beforehand, we got a cool little video package from LL Cool J. You know, really to hype us up for WrestleMania. That was pretty much what he was there for. And then pretty much we got the IC title ladder match, which featured Daniel Bryan, everyone's favorite, Stardust, Bad News Barrett, the champion walking in. Yeah, me too. Dean Ambrose, the Lunatic Fringe.
The best part of the match.
Dean Ambrose, you thought was the best part of the match? Okay. Dolph Ziggler, everyone's favorite Dolph Ziggler. Who else was in this match? R-Truth was in it. And then I believe I'm forgetting one other dude. Am I forgetting someone? I said all the names, right?
I'm thinking. I can't think of anybody else. If we forgot them, they'll leave it in the comments section. We'll know.
Dean Ambrose, Bad News Barrett, Daniel Bryan, R-Truth, Stardust, Dolph Ziggler. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Luke Harper. There we go. Luke Harper.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who doesn't wash his tank top. The guy who just wipes his ass with his tank top. Luke Harper.
The problem with this is you needed like a Kofi Kingston in there for that oh shit moment. I mean, yeah, Ambrose gave us one when he frickin' broke the ladder with the back of his neck, but otherwise we didn't really have that oh shit moment. And oh my god, Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan headbutting. That was so entertaining.
Yeah, that was showing warrior spirit between the two. I can't say with a straight face.
I'm reading what the Chris Phoenix wrote, and I'm laughing at myself.
TNA has fans. Wow, I learn something new every day. Well, yeah.
That's what happens here on the internet.
Yeah, TNA has fans. Somehow, some way, they still follow fans.
The two TNA fans that are around are watching this. Remember the date. It's April 1st, so maybe we're just joking with you? Probably not, but we might be.
April Fool? Oh, yeah, this is April Fool's.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Randy Orton's birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Randall Keith Orton.
We should have just labeled this WrestleMania 31 live analysis and then just like done a video talking about nothing to do with wrestling.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been great.
Damn it! Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. We were already talking about it. But anyways, the IC title ladder match. Honestly, man, you know, people calling this a great ladder match, it's like, y'all haven't watched ladder matches before. I'm sorry. Just being real here. Y'all haven't watched ladder matches. I mean, seriously, like, this ladder match was solid. Like, it was passable enough. I felt like they should have given this match a little bit more time. I felt like when Bryan won the title, I was like, that's it? You know,
yeah, that's kind of how I felt. I felt like it got cheated out of time.
Like, I just felt like that was it. That's all we got. And then I was just like, oh, man, that's kind of janky if you ask me. You could have given this match a hell of a lot more time. And I felt the spots were, like, sort of weak on this ladder match. Like, minus Ambrose taking the powerbomb through the ladder and Bad News Barrett and Stardust doing that superplex. It was kind of like, what other spots were there in this ladder match?
Not really any. That's the problem. This match had a lot of guys that are, like, really good ring workers.
Yeah.
But nobody really touched each other because everybody was just scrambling for the belt. Like, it was all about getting the ladder. It wasn't about actually wrestling anybody.
Or doing cool spots with the ladder, like, you know, innovative cool spots with the ladder. I mean, because we got the little same old shit where, like, Harper puts the ladder on his head and he does the Terry Funk helicopter. You know, Daniel Bryan did, like, a kicking where, like, the ladder was placed in front of someone. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember he was kicking someone that was on the ladder or some shit like that. And it's like, okay, I've seen this before in many other ladder matches. Can't you all think of original stuff? Yeah, the headbutt battle.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, the headbutt battle wasn't even, like, that intense, man. It was just kind of like, you know, they were just looking like idiots. Like, you know, like those little duck things that you see in people's backyards that are, like, supposed to get the water. They just go like this the whole time. That's what it looked like those two were doing. They were just, like, doing those little duck things. It looked really fake, you know. It just looked fake to me.
I wanted Ambrose to win it. I like Ambrose.
Yeah, me too. I wanted Ambrose to win.
Oh, no, we went against the internet, Chase.
What, Daniel Bryan? Dean Ambrose is loved by the internet. I'm pretty sure it's cool to say you want Dean Ambrose to win.
I feel like Daniel Bryan shouldn't even been in this match, honestly. Like, I much rather would have just seen a one-on-one match between him and Dolph Ziggler somewhere in there.
Yeah, or like him versus Sheamus in a one-on-one. Like, him versus Ziggler would have been a much better matchup. But, like Daniel Bryan should have been in a one-on-one match this WrestleMania, not stuck in this ladder match. And it's just a shame because like he's such an over talent. Like it's like someone that the fans like watching, they like cheering for him, and it's like the WWE keeps on trying to like pile bullshit on him, and they think like, oh, just because he's over with the crowd, like he's gonna make magic happen. But it's like not everything Daniel Bryan touches turns to fucking gold. I think even fans realize that too. Even the hardcore Daniel Bryan fans realize that not everything he touches turns to fucking gold. I mean, look at his feud with Kane last year. That shit was garbage. So it's just like, so it's like, I can understand why fans are excited that he's IC champion, but keep calm, people. Just don't overblow it. Don't say the IC title has prestige again, because like
it doesn't, because Cody Rhodes was so over with the fans and he won the belt and changed it back to white. And then as soon as he lost that belt, nobody gave a shit anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like when it comes down to it, it's going to take a lot more than just like a main event dude holding, the mid-card belt to get the belt back to its prestige.
Exactly. If you gave that belt to Orton, it's still the IC belt.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll lose it to somebody, and it'll be somebody in the mid-card, and then it will be back to mid-card level, and then it will just drop out of existence again.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, let's not overrate the fact just because Daniel Bryan won it. But, like, nonetheless, I thought this was a solid opening to WrestleMania. That definitely got me hyped. I just wish this match went on a little bit longer,
Yes, definitely.
All right, up next is my favorite, Randall Keith Orton taking on Seth Rollins. The video package for this one, I thought was an okay video package. Not really the best, but I thought it was okay. And the match between Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, I'm totally against the grain here. Like, someone has this as their like match of the night. A bunch of people called this the best match on WrestleMania, which surprised the fuck out of me. I just thought this match was okay. It felt rushed. Like, it felt like Randy and Seth were just told to go out there and try to do as much as they can with the time that they have, and they just never really settled down. Like, that's how I felt like watching this match. It's like they never really settled down. They just kept on rushing through their spots, and the RKO at the end, definitely fucking amazing. One of Randy's best RKOs.
It's been a match on any episode of Raw. It didn't feel special. It didn't feel like this is WrestleMania. We need to pull out all the stops. It felt like we're doing the same moves that we always do, and here you go. Just watch it.
Yeah, exactly. It just felt like that to me. It was just like a solid exchange between these two. When I know that these guys can do a whole lot better in the ring if given the right amount of time. I just felt like if you're going to give time to a match, this was one of the matches that you had to give time to, which I thought was one of the main reasons why they bumped off a lot of freaking matches on this card, was to get time to all these matches that had like personal rivalries and animosity. But it just felt like this match was just so damn rushed. Like anytime I was getting into it, it wasn't like they would slow it down for me to like immerse the whole effect. It was just like, okay, now on to the next spot, and I'm like, okay, I can't absorb all these hits. It's like when you keep on getting hit a bunch of times, you can't absorb every hit.
There was no time to appreciate when a move got finished because they were just on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad matchup between these two. Like, it's not their best. Like, you can definitely expect much better, but it was
when
okay.
It went outside the ring, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he brought him right back into the ring, it's like, really? You guys could have at least wrestled a little bit out there. Because, I mean, you brought him back in, it wrapped up quick, and then Orton standing up there doing this, and it's over.
What do you think about Randy Orton going Throwback Thursday on us, wearing ugly orange tights and elbow pads?
God, those were terrible. Those tights were terrible.
What are you talking about? They were magnificent.
Did they increase his ring bonerness for you, Chase?
Oh, hell yeah.
Because Tasteless Tony T said that all he was sporting was a chubby. He was not fully prepared for WrestleMania to be outside. That all he got was a chubby. He did not have the full package going on. And that's the fun of watching things with the old OTRS crew.
How often do you guys watch pay-per-views with each other? Just on a side note, because you know what, if they're gonna have like some kidding concert and divas match that we're not gonna talk about, let me ask how often it is that you guys get together to watch pay-per-views.
We all got together for the Royal Rumble. We all got together for this one. So the Big Four, at least.
The Big Four. So you all get together to watch Big Four. Did you watch Fastlane at all? Like anything from Fastlane?
Nope. I watched it on Fast Forward over at a friend's house. We went through it on the network after it was over and just to see who won.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, if going deeper past that, I suggest you watch Roman and Bryan. That was a nice, solid match.
Oh yeah, I watched most of that one.
Yeah.
I didn't have the remote though, so I didn't get much control over what I watched and what I didn't watch.
Yeah, that's at least a decent, like, for a filler pay-per-view, that's like a good at the main event you're going to get for a filler pay-per-view. So it's literally a one-match show, Fastlane. So there you have it. So there was our Kid Ink and our Skylar Grey concert. Divas match, like Mr. Routt said, that he went to go on a Mountain Dew run during this match. So he didn't watch it.
Girlfriend wanted Milky Ways. I wanted some Mountain Dew, so I ran to the store.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't really care for this match either, man. Like, Divas matches, this hashtag give Divas a chance. Like, I get it. Y'all think this is helping the Divas because, like, they're wrestling longer, but it's just, like, for a casual viewer mindset, no one cares how long these women wrestle for. Like,
let's get some better Divas.
Like, how about we get these Divas characters that we can invest in, like, that we can actually care about? Because, like, yeah, you can have your fascinations with what you want to do with AJ and Paige in the bed, but not every wrestling fan thinks like that,
If I want to watch porn, I'll watch porn. I'm watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for real, dude.
I have the internet. I have the capabilities.
I can watch that whenever I want. Like, I don't need to.
The internet does not close down. 24 hours a day, 360 days a year. It's there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100%. So yeah, like, it's not that these divas can't wrestle is the problem. It's just that they don't have characters that I can fully invest myself in. And I know there's going to be some weird diva defender in the comment section, probably defending each diva's character, but
probably
you can't convince me.
in the rope show. He's just going to sit there and go off on how we're being mean to the divas.
Yeah, being mean to the divas. I'm not being mean to divas. I like a lot of divas. Like, I think they can definitely wrestle a good match. It's just
I just
they
miss
want characters.
Like Lita. Like, even Lita, that's just not even that far back, but it just feels like forever ago.
It does, huh? Yeah. God damn. When you think of some of the it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, my friend said it best, dude. He's like, man, it's sad. It's 2015. And I'm watching The Rock beat up Kane and the Big Show in the middle of the ring. When we was watching the Royal Rumble with me, I started laughing my ass off. Like, what? No, isn't that sad, Chase? Who would have ever thought? If you would have told me in 2015 The Rock was still beating up Kane and Big Show. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, it's true. Like,
are we like the Triple H match now? Speaking of old guys that.
Oh yeah. Triple H and Sting had a match at this year's WrestleMania. Now, it pissed me off this match went on third, but we all know Triple H had more important matters to attend to later in the night, so it made sense why this match was third.
Well, plus, the nursing home was probably looking for most of the guys from DX and
yeah, they were worried that Hogan was off his medical.
At like 8:30. We gotta get home. Time for Murder, She Wrote.
What did you think about this match? Because I loved it. I thought it was fun as fuck.
First of all, we got to talk about the entrance.
Oh, wait.
No. We're starting with Sting.
No, the ding, 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 ding,
yeah,
ding.
Why that one guy in the front think he's too good to put on the face makeup? He's like, screw you guys, I'm not doing the face makeup. He's like, I'm up front. What made him so good that he didn't have to wear the makeup?
Maybe he was the lead. Maybe he was the choreographer.
Why did it have to go on for
he was the conductor. He didn't have to do any of that shit. Put on the face paint.
It went on for like 5 minutes. It's like, seriously?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Like, don't you want to listen to that?
No. And then Triple H.
Oh, the Terminator entrance.
The Terminator thing that it looked like it was made out of tinfoil.
Okay, like, everyone was like jizzing over this one, and I knew for me, I just didn't want to say it, but I thought that was the dumbest Triple H entrance I've ever seen. Next to 25, that was one of the dumbest entrances I've seen from him. Like, it was just so dumb looking.
Here's my problem with it. So at the beginning, Triple H is a Terminator, and then he's carrying Terminator skulls. Whose side is he on?
He's both, dude. He's a game. He can do whatever the
Well,
fuck he wants.
my favorite thing is, the first thing I said was, he doesn't have a water bottle. How's he going to spit water? And as soon as he gets down that ramp, somebody hands him a water bottle. Like, he thought of that shit.
Triple H is like, I can't hold everything at once. Someone hold my water for me.
It's just like, where'd those beers come from for Stone Cold? Nobody knows. They just appeared.
Steve Austin always gets a beer if he eats it.
Give me a beer!
What did you think of the match though?
It was odd. You could tell who was being the ring general during this match, and I don't think it was the right person.
You thought Sting was being more of the in-ring general in this
match?
match?
I thought Triple H was.
Oh, well, yeah, because Sting is old. He can't carry a match anymore.
I know, but Sting's the one that knows how to carry a match, back in the day at least.
Well, Mr. Routt, this is where you're not watching of TNA has hurt you on your Sting knowledge, my friend, because if you've seen Sting try to carry matches in TNA, you would be very disappointed.
I don't know. I feel like this match needed the big NWO DX thing that happened.
Mm-hmm. Did you like that? I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yes, how can I help you, sir?
If I can hear you in my room, I know she can hear you upstairs.
Okay, I'll be quieter.
Roommate. Crashing the fun.
Yep. Oh, well. But no, I thought that DX for an NWO was coming out was great. And Shawn Michaels, always great to see Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was a great spot. Like, I'm sorry. This is where I took my Smart Mark cap off. At first, when DX came out, I was like, oh my fucking god, what are they doing with this match? But then when I heard, I was like, oh fuck, okay, never mind, this is awesome. Like, they did what the Invasion angle couldn't do in 9 months. In like the 10 minutes that was in this match. Like, they pretty much just said, hey, this is what the Invasion angle should have been. And we did it in this 10 minutes right here. And it was, like, really awesome. Like, and also, I got to get props, too, because I liked how, like, DX and the NWO, they actually took bumps here. It wasn't like they were just out there acting like idiots. Like, Hogan's all flexing the whole time. Nash is looking like a doofus. Like, they actually took bumps. Like, Nash took a bump.
Oh, we thought Scott Hall was dead at one point.
Yeah, because he took that backdrop. Like, oh,
well, we were making jokes about how Scott Hall needed a drink before he could walk down to the ramp and stuff like that, and how he needed an IV of alcohol so that he could get up off the ground. And Tony even made the remark that 15-year-old Tony would be marking the hell out right now, but now these guys are like way too old and past their prime.
15-year-old Tony would be marking the fuck out. I was marking the fuck out. I thought it was cool.
That's because you're like 15-year-old Chase.
22, goddammit.
22. No, and I don't care. I don't care that Triple H won. It doesn't matter. The only thing that was gay was that stupid handshake at the end.
Oh, you didn't like the handshake?
I beat you with a baseball bat. I beat you with a sledgehammer. We're still friends, right?
I see. I didn't like that Triple H won because it was like kind of like it didn't take away from the whole match for me that Triple H won, but it was just kind of like, you know, once again WWE, they're like, fuck you WCW, we still rule and stuff like that. It's like, you know, WCW gets a lot of shit from wrestling fans who are not knowledgeable, who don't understand its past and its tradition and what it brought to the professional wrestling world. And it's just like, you know, you have Sting there and you have the NWO, and it was like almost like the official burial of WCW, like no respect to WCW as a whole, which kind of pissed me off because, like, you know, I wasn't the most avid WCW watcher when I was getting into wrestling as a kid. You know, I saw the tail end of WCW as a kid, but like, you know, going back and watching it, you know, appreciate and love it even more. And it's just sad that, you know, WWE has to be so petty and bitter towards WCW after all these years.
Yeah, but next year we'll get the retirement match of Undertaker versus Sting, and then Sting will win and it'll be good.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully. I doubt it will happen, but hopefully.
Plus, Vince McMahon made a comment about how he took somebody from obscurity and made them relevant again. And in a way, he definitely did. Sting hadn't been popular for years.
Yeah,
but back to the public's eye.
And also the thing was too, like I noticed with the people watching at my place, they didn't want Sting to win because they didn't know who the fuck he was. They were like, "Oh, let's go Triple H."
Plus, you can't take on God and win, especially not in his own house.
Yeah, exactly. Wrestlemania, brother.
God.
The game. Triple H doesn't put over anyone, brother. Yeah, who am I kidding? He put over a farm animal last year at WrestleMania 30, so who am I to complain? All right, so after Triple H and Sting, we had the concert and the Divas match that we're going to skip over. Sorry, we already talked too much about them as it is. Up next, we got the hero, John Cena, taking on Rusev for the United States title. Let me say the video package for Cena Rusev, I actually love this one. This one was actually really fucking cool. Like I like how they made Rusev seem like a beat, because like if you watch WWE TV recently, like Rusev is not that fucking cool. Like I like Rusev as a character, but he's not that fucking cool. That video package made Rusev look like holy fuck. How can John Cena stop this guy? Like they did a good job with that video package and trying to make Cena look vulnerable. But if you're a longtime wrestling fan, you know it's LOL Cena wins. I mean, Rusev came out in the tank and had an army, and Cena still kicked out at 2. Damn it! It just shows the power of John Cena.
Of the evening.
Huh?
Rusev had the best.
Oh yeah, his entrance was fucking sick, dude. Like I love the Russian music, and then like the army that was with there, and then him coming out on the tank. I was afraid that those guns were going to hit someone in the crowd. I'm like, oh no, don't hurt anyone. But yeah, so Rusev and Cena, you know, typical Cena match. You know, you either like it or you don't. I thought it was okay. Like I didn't think it was bad.
Pretty good. And Cena has the belt now, so now they'll at least write storylines for it for a while until he loses it.
Yeah, until Cena needs to go face Seth Rollins again for that WWE Heavyweight title. So, you know, I thought it was okay. You know, I can understand where some people don't like it because, you know, it's a typical Cena match. But, you know, I felt the back and forth between these guys were okay. You know, it's kind of random sometimes when John Cena was trying new moves like the Tornado DT. But that springboard stunner, that shit was hilarious. Like, what the fuck were you thinking,
The only thing that made me mad was the end of this match because, Rusev hits the girl, Lana off or whatever, and then it's over.
Yeah, it only took 1 AA, which was really surprising.
Plus, she threw a shoe in that didn't matter at all.
Yeah, like the shoe didn't matter at all. She just threw it for no reason.
Yeah, and that's my only problem with it.
Yeah, it's like this match, like, to me, it had a lot more potential to tell a better story. And it's another match where you could kind of see it being rushed because, like, even, like, you know, because, like, normally with Cena matches, WWE gets this down to perfection. Like, when Cena was stuck into Accolade and everything, you know, normally it's like, oh, no, it's John Cena fading. Can John Cena get up? Like, normally it would be, like, this long, over-dramatic thing. Oh, my God, Cena has him up. Cena has him in the AA and stuff like that. But they didn't even do that. They just kind of, like, rushed, you know, the whole Accolade process.
Oh, definitely.
What do you think of Rusev? I know you don't watch wrestling as much, but what did you think of the Rusev character as a whole? Because like I don't know how often you watch wrestling, but
it's an interesting gimmick, but it's going to be something that just falls by the wayside. It's not going to be a lasting character, I don't think.
What do you think about the dude as a performer, like overall performer-wise? What do you think of him as a performer, like in the ring? Like take gimmick and character out of the way. What do you think of him as a performer?
Oh, I think he's great to watch. He's a nice big guy that just goes in there and basically can beat the shit out of anybody. Just throws him around the ring and use him like a rag doll.
Yeah, he's surprisingly athletic too. Where like I don't know how often, like I said, you watch him, but were you at least surprised when he threw like a flying roundhouse kick in the beginning, like ever? Like when you first saw him, like what the fuck, this dude could do a flying roundhouse?
Oh yeah, it was impressive, definitely.
Oh. So at least you like Rusev as a performer, so.
Yeah, just not as a character.
Yeah, as a character, yeah, like you said, I don't think it's going to last. Like, you know, these type of characters, especially when they get fed to John Cena, you know, they tend to fall by the wayside and do dumb things afterwards. The thing about Rusev, that I will say is that like I felt his streak should have ended at WrestleMania regardless of who he was facing, because even if he was people were saying, oh, if he would have won it would have helped him, but like even then it's like no, because people were bitching about his undefeated streak, and if he would have stayed undefeated, who the fuck would you have beat him? Like you all would just bitch about the next dude to beat him that's not one of your favorites. Like if Roman Reigns was the dude to end the streak, y'all would have bitched. If Ryback was the one to end the streak, y'all would have bitched, you know?
Oh yeah. You can't make wrestling fans happy all the time.
Yeah, you can't. It's a hard thing to do. All right. So then afterwards, we got Ronda Rousey in the ring with Stephanie, Triple H, and The Rock. What did you think about this segment? I'll let you take over here. I thought it was fun, but what did you think?
I thought that this was one of the most entertaining parts. It might have been the fact that we had a drinking game going on with The Rock, where we would take a sip of soda every time he said his own name, which was 15 times. And just the fact for The Rock to go out there and grab her and have her face Stephanie because The Rock wouldn't hit a woman, and to see her flip Triple H, that was amazing.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Ronda Rousey or no?
Not really. I'm
Okay.
kind of disappointed that she said that she'd be back. She'd be interested in tagging with The Rock for WrestleMania next year. That's a whole year away.
Yeah.
I can't wait that long. Give me it now.
I think she's going to have some projects with the WWE for people like Mr. Routt who don't know who Ronda Rousey is. Ronda Rousey, successful MMA fighter, probably the best women's MMA fighter you'll ever see. Pretty much all her fights, dude. Like, if you ever watch a Ronda Rousey fight, you can watch all of them in a compilation, Mr. Routt. Like, I could send you a video of all her fights because they go under, like, 5 minutes. Like, all her fights combined total, like, she's only total been in the octagon for, like, 28 minutes, and she's had, like, 9 fights or some shit like that. She wrecks her opponents. Like, she makes her opponents look like doo-doo. She makes her opponents look like doo-doo. She's really, really good. But, yeah, so you felt the presence of Ronda Rousey. You were like, God dang, I want to see this girl go at it again.
Yeah, definitely. I'm anticipating her next match. So
her next fight?
Match. I want her on WWE beating the shit out of Stephanie McMahon.
Okay. What did you think about the return of The Rock?
It's always nice to see The Rock come back. It always is. It's always entertaining. It's always something big, you know?
What did you think about Triple H no-selling his match with Sting?
Oh. He's Triple H. He doesn't have to sell. He's already got the company. He doesn't need to sell. He's only buying.
And finally, what do you think about them teasing possibly Rock versus Triple H at Mania 32? For me, like, as much as I love The Rock and Triple H, you know, two of my Attitude Era favorites, I could give two monkey shits if these guys had a match at 32.
I don't care about it.
All right. So there you have it, guys. There's our thoughts about The Rock and Triple H may be happening on Mania 32. But what are your thoughts?
What if
your
they have that at SummerSlam?
At SummerSlam, that'd be cool. I'd be fine with that. I just feel like with Triple H, like, he's better suited at Mania, you know, wrestling a younger talent, because at least, like, even if the younger talent loses, they can say, oh, they wrestled Triple H, you know, type of deal.
I think we go for Brock versus Rock at next year's WrestleMania.
No, dog, come on. They just turned Brock Lesnar babyface.
That won't last.
Well, yes, it will. The fans don't want to boo Brock. They want to cheer him. He's a badass.
They just gave him $3 million a year contract to only fight one match a year.
No, actually, 2 matches a year. Get it correct.
I want that kind of money. Somebody give me, like...
Well, why don't you go fucking take some HGH, go lift some hay bales, win an NCAA title, fight for the UFC for a bit. No, first go to the WWE, fuck them over, then go to the NFL, make a practice squad, fail at that, go to the UFC, win a world title by beating a has-been, and then afterwards defend that title against guys that you know you can beat, lose to a top heavyweight, and then afterwards say, fuck it, I'm coming back, and F5 the best man in the company at the time. Why don't you go do that?
How about this? How about you just pay me $500 a year, and I'll do 2 videos with you a year.
That sounds way too much money. I love you, man, but you're not worth Brock Lesnar money.
That's $500 a year. That's way less.
That's like Brock Lesnar money in YouTube sense.
How about I do 5 videos with you?
Oh,
5.
We'll discuss contract negotiations later. We're not going to go through this live.
Chase know down in the comment section that he needs to pay me $500 a year to do videos with him.
$500.
And you guys decide how many videos I have to do with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you guys don't want to see me in any videos with Chase, you guys pay me $500 not to make videos with Chase.
Yeah, exactly. Also, don't forget to leave your guys' questions down below about anything WWE related up until, you know, Extreme Rules. Like, you can ask us about Mania 32 stuff as well, but, you know, just keep it with the current wrestling so people know what we're talking about. You can ask about past Manias too. Just know that Mike over here will probably forget because he doesn't remember any of them.
I'm sorry, Chase. I'm not invested in wrestling as much as I used to be.
It's all right, man. It's all right. You know, you're gonna get back into it soon enough. You know, there's gonna be something to get you into it. So it's all right.
I got a belt. I got a belt.
And you got a belt. All right. All right. You got your world title, the defunct World Heavyweight Championship. All right then. So then after this, we got the return of the Dead Man, The Undertaker, taking on the new face of fear, Bray Wyatt. I like this. I thought it was a good back and forth exchange. Bray Wyatt loses. I don't really care because it's like, really, to be honest, I'm not invested in the Bray Wyatt character. And speaking of which, I don't even think I've ever heard your thoughts on the Bray Wyatt character, because I think once Shrek Daddy was starting his move and stuff, that's when like Bray Wyatt was like debuting and stuff. So
Yeah,
like, I never really got your thoughts on Bray Wyatt, man. So what are your thoughts on Bray Wyatt as a whole?
Oh, I love Bray Wyatt. I think that his entrance is one of the best entrances in WWE. I think that I love the spider walk. It's creepy as hell. I love Bray Wyatt. I just feel like this match kind of made no sense. There was no real reason for it.
Well, it was kind of there because Undertaker needed a WrestleMania opponent, and you know Bray Wyatt's a guy that they're really high on, so they're just like, hey, why don't you face Bray Wyatt? They needed someone to sacrifice to the Undertaker that wouldn't be hurt by it, because here's the thing with Bray Wyatt, man. Like Bray Wyatt, yes, he needed this win, but the thing with Bray Wyatt is people don't give a shit when this guy wins or loses. They only give a fuck that he can cut a promo, so he can win or lose and somehow still look like daisies at the end of the day because he can cut some mumble-jumble promo that everyone on the internet just jacks off to. So, like, Bray Wyatt's one of those guys where he's in a rare position where he can win and lose matches and it doesn't really fucking matter. You know, some fans like me don't like that. Some fans feel like he deserves wins and stuff like that. But, like, the WWE, you know, just views this guy as a good promo and a guy that can just, you know, cut a good promo, and that's it. You know, he doesn't really need to do anything else. He doesn't need to prove himself. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is Taker lost last year. Who cares if he came back and redeemed himself? It wasn't against the same guy. It doesn't matter.
I think the WWE cared, you know, because they want to try to produce Taker for 32, because 32, you know, is possibly his last Mania. And, you know, Taker is one of Vince's favorite characters of all time.
I would like to say, though, Taker looked this year better than he's looked the last 10 years.
Oh, wow, really? Even in some of his matches with Shawn and Hunter? You think he looked better than that?
He was more fit. He looked ready to go.
All right. But what did you think about the match? What did you think about the match in ring-wise? What did you think about it?
I thought it was really good, especially for the fact that apparently Bray Wyatt had a sprained ankle, and Taker had the knee brace on. I mean, for those guys to go out there and put on that type of a match, it was amazing.
Would you say this is your match of the night? Because you're calling it amazing.
It probably was my match of the night, which is funny because I didn't really care for this match. I wasn't looking forward to it, but it still was probably my match of the night.
All right. So this was this your match of the night? This wasn't my match of the night. My match of the night was Triple H versus Sting. My favorite part of this match, though, was when Bray Wyatt was doing the spider walk, and you knew it was coming. That Taker was going to do the sit up, but yes. it was still fucking sick, dude. When he did the spider walk, and then later on Taker does the sit up and looks at him, like that was like one of those moments in time that you just freeze and you're like, yeah, they're going to use this in a video package in the near future. Like, you know, this is a video package clip right here. Like, this is good shit. Like that was my mark-out moment of the match for sure. And then when Taker won, of course, I was happy. I was all like, good. Screw Bray Wyatt.
I was happy, but I just didn't see the relevance, I guess.
It's because they want to keep Taker fresh, because like it kind of spoiled Taker was going to win. Like, for all those people who thought Bray was going to win, I want to know what you were smoking, because Bray winning, they wouldn't do it, especially after once you knew 32 was going to be in Dallas. You're not going to have The Undertaker going 2 losses straight into his hometown, especially in a match, you know, a dream match with the icon, vigilante, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Sting, you know, in his final Mania ever. You're not going to have Undertaker be at his weakest heading into his final Mania. You want Undertaker to look strong as hell. That's what they pretty much were doing, and it kind of spoiled it too, because like before this match, they showed a video package of WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, and one of the main dudes in that video package, after you saw those hot chicks like at the bar, they just showed the Undertaker's face and the lightning and stuff like that. You're like, oh yeah, Taker's definitely winning this match.
What really sucks, though, is it's very obvious that the Rock promo was put in there to try and get the sun down in California.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Bray Wyatt and Taker's entrances, and it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah, I know. I totally knew once Triple H and Sting were on third. I was like, I bet you they remaneuvered this card so that way Bray Wyatt and Taker go on as late as fucking possible because they want to make sure the sun is down for these entrances between those two. Because one of the main gimmicks of Bray Wyatt's entrance is these cell phone lights, man. When you have the cell phone lights, it's like,
yep.
Like that's like the coolest part of his entrance.
But it didn't work out that way.
And then work out that way. Yeah, it kind of hurt Bray's entrance. I don't know. Undertaker's entrance it didn't look as epic as it normally did because like they didn't have the flames in the background like they normally do. But they still had the purple tint. They still had the purple tint.
Yeah, but you didn't have nearly the druids or the fog, so it just wasn't as Takerish.
And he kind of came out like not even in cool garb. Like he kind of just came out in like 2004 Taker garb where he was just like, yeah, let me just throw this on.
My favorite part, though, is the guy that was holding up the sign that said 23-0.
23-0. Yeah, that was another weird thing. When Taker won, there was no numbers in the background to say, like, oh, how many times he's won on Mania and stuff like that. Like, it was definitely kind of weird seeing Taker this year after coming off the loss, but I was happy nonetheless. He looked in better shape. He looked really good, so that's all I got to say.
All right, I guess I know what time it is.
The main event time, baby. The Cockfist. Taking on Brock. Oh, the SummerSlam chair.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar screaming for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
I sit on that chair and fart because it's got its mouth open for it.
Well, before we get into this match, what do you think about Roman Reigns? Because I don't know if I got your full thoughts on Roman Reigns. What do you think about Roman Reigns?
He can't cut a promo for shit, but I think Roman Reigns has a definitely good future in the WWE. He's exactly what Vince wants in a wrestler. He's a big guy. He's got the look. The ladies love him. He can learn to cut a promo. He'll be good to go. He's related to The Rock.
Mm-hmm. Not blood related, family related. Some people think that they're blood related, but they're family related.
But still, that's enough to bring The Rock back to give him support.
Yeah. What did you think about that Royal Rumble moment where The Rock raises Roman's hand, and then he just kind of looks like, the fuck? Like they're all booing him, and The Rock's like, huh? The fuck?
The only reason everybody booed is because it wasn't Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure? Maybe it's because they don't like Roman Reigns.
They just think they don't like him. They'll get over it.
They'll get over it soon enough, yeah. That's what I definitely tell people. Like, you'll get over your Roman Reigns hatred soon enough. 1 minute you hate him, the next you're going to feel bad when he's teaming with Slater, doing some stupid fucking Roman Slater tag team.
We're the one-man band!
And then Roman Reigns comes out like fucking, yeah. You guys will forget about your hatred of Roman Reigns soon enough, the Cockfist, as I like to call him. But, yeah, Cockfist and Lesnar, I'll say it. I like this match, man. Like, these two were going at it really fucking hard. They were beating the shit out of each other. Like
he comes out and Rock fucking F5s him. I think it's over. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be short.
Mm-hmm. I thought the match was gonna be short as hell because I said in my review, but looking at my cell phone, I went to go check my cell phone once Lesnar was making his way to the ring, and it said 7:40. And I said, holy shit, is this match going to be only like 8 minutes? Because normally, like, WWE doesn't end their pay-per-views, the full, 4 hours. They like to give it 10-minute leeway time.
Oh, yeah, I said, okay, this is only going to last 5 minutes.
Yeah, between these two. But I liked it, man, because it just felt like these two were going at it hard. Like they were just told, hey, let's just be stiff as fuck.
Reigns busted him open the hard way, like right off the bat, and I think that pissed off Brock. And then it was both of them just really trying to hurt each other to see who could do what's next. And then when Brock hit his head and it just started gushing blood, it's like, oh my god, that's awesome.
Suplex City, bitch. When Brock said that was great. And he said, Suplex City, bitch. Like, I was like, oh. Like, WWE, if you're going to do anything, you better make a Suplex City shirt. You have to capitalize on the popularity of that right now. Like, you have to make a Suplex. Like, I don't care storyline-wise, he's suspended indefinitely. If you don't make a Suplex City shirt. And it doesn't even say bitch. I'll just buy it if it says Suplex City, man. Like, I'll definitely buy that shirt. Because it was just so funny. Like, after the Suplex, it's like, Suplex City, bitch. But I liked how this match worked because, like, these two were going at it like it was a real fight. And it was like Roman Reigns, he was smiling, he was laughing during all of it. He was like, "Yeah, keep on coming, Brock, keep on coming, because I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this pain, and I'm just gonna come back at you harder than ever." It was kind of like, you know, in Dragon Ball Z when Goku would get his ass kicked by a stronger opponent, and he would just kind of laugh because he's like super excited that this opponent's strong. That's how I felt with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Was just like Roman was just like laughing through this, saying like, "Yeah, keep on hitting with your best shots. I'm just gonna come up and get you at the end." And you know, near the end, you know, the crowd started to turn to Roman. You know, whether you fans want to admit it or not, when he was doing the Superman punches and he hit the spears, you know, the fans were mostly cheering. They weren't booing.
Definitely.
I felt this match was well worked, and then I felt the ending was fucking great, in my opinion. You know, like afterwards, you know, you have it where Brock hits the F5, and then all of a sudden, he's not going for the cover. You're wondering what the fuck is going on. Out comes Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank.
Curb stomps him.
Curb stomps Reigns, cashes in, becomes the new champion, and then you have Seth Rollins becoming the new WWE Heavyweight Champion, which, you know, the internet was pleased with because, one, John Cena 2.0, a.k.a. Cockfist, didn't win the title. And, you know, it's one of their little internet darlings, a guy that has, quote-unquote, paid his dues, won the world title.
Davenport, Iowa. He's a home state boy for me.
He's a home state boy, world heavyweight champion. He's going to have a trophy made out of him.
Plus, he didn't pin Brock Lesnar, so Brock Lesnar still looks strong.
Yeah.
So it's all good. It was a good way to end out the show. You got sent everybody home happy.
Yeah, and I feel like this was a great thing to do, too, because it's like, one, like you said, you kept Brock Lesnar strong. He didn't get pinned at all. Two, you don't make Roman Reigns look too strong, because as much as I like him and all, he wasn't ready to become a babyface champion. You know, yeah, people said, oh, if he's going to become champion, he has to turn heel. But the WWE doesn't want to turn this guy heel because, let's face it, you know, they have been riding for their heels for months now, and if those guys are not getting over as heels, and just because the fans resent him right now, doesn't mean he's going to be a good heel for your company. You know?
How long has it been since we've seen a heel win at the end of a pay-per-view?
At the end of a pay-per-view?
Mm-hmm. Especially a Mania.
The last Mania I can remember where a heel won was The Miz at 27.
But, I mean, it's been a little bit since they've let a heel walk out of there with the belt at the end, and the crowd was still happy.
Yeah, the crowd was still happy. Well, because, like, that's a smarky crowd. Like, they like Seth Rollins more. Like, Seth Rollins, he's perfect for any other crowd. Like, that's what he's going to do a good job at. Like, he'll start getting more heel heat as, like, you know, the months go on. That's what Seth Rollins does good. Unless you stay away from Iowa and all these, like, smarky-ass towns, Seth Rollins will still get the majority of heel heat. He does a really good job at getting heel heat on himself. So that's why I was happy that he won the title, because Roman Reigns wasn't ready to become, you know, the next babyface champion. You know, now you have time to kind of rebuild the dude and give him a chance to prove that he can become the babyface champion, you know, in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
And he ate the pinfall here, which is good because it shows that, like, hey, this guy is human. He can take a lot of damage and still lose a fucking match.
And I'd say we could do a wrap-up, but I think we did the wrap-up before we even started the video.
What do you mean wrap-up?
Our final thoughts on the whole show. But we did that to start the show.
Yeah, we did. But, like, what do you think of Seth Rollins? I want to know your thoughts on Seth Rollins.
I haven't seen a lot of Seth Rollins, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
like, right when The Authority came out is kind of when I stopped watching wrestling. And then when they broke up, I wasn't watching it at all.
Okay. When they broke up, you weren't watching it at all.
Nope.
Okay. Well, for my money, I'll tell you right now, Seth Rollins, he is the best heel on TV. Doesn't mean he's, like, the best heel ever, man. Keep in mind, like, current wrestling is not really that hot, but, like, if you want to look at the best heel overall in wrestling, by default, it's Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's, like, the best heel character. They've been building on him for months. I've been saying it, you know, like, I made a video in December saying that he needed to walk out of Mania as champion because, you know, you've been building him for months and months and months. You have to pay it off somehow. And, you know, Seth Rollins is a guy that I feel like can, like, I don't say he's, like, the next top star of the company, but definitely, like, the next heel to help out other baby faces. Oh, he's definitely that, you know, that type of deal.
Definitely.
I don't think he's a top star.
Now, do you think that people are overrating this WrestleMania?
Yes. I think, like, some people, like, are putting it, like, way too high in terms of, like, overall, because, like, this show, it's like, let's be real here. We like to bitch all the time when Cena, Orton, and Triple H went on a show. Like, oh god, these old fucks keep winning. But yet, they won on this show. No one's bitching about it. Why's that? Cena,
Well,
Orton, and
there's a lot
Triple
of people
H.
bitching about this show too. Pretty much all the usual suspects, all the usual YouTube guys that hate everything.
Yeah,
But I mean, come on, this was a show that was fun to sit down and watch with your friends. It's not a show that you needed a lot of history on, which is good because the build for the show was shit, from what I hear.
yeah, it was
But that's
really
fine
bad.
because this Mania was basically for the casual fan, somebody that just tunes in for your WrestleManias, doesn't
Yeah,
follow the product.
yeah. Like I said, I think this is a fun, good show. I think it's top 15 level Mania. But when people are saying it's like the best WrestleMania ever, or a top 5 Mania, that's where I'm like, come on, man, really? There's been so many pay-per-views that are just better than this one. Like, I even go outside of WrestleMania. Like, you're going to tell me this show is as good as SummerSlam '02 or Survivor Series '02? Like, I wouldn't even go that far. Like this show was definitely like a fun show to watch. So this is like a 24 and 26.
Well,
WrestleMania 24 and 26 were
this is
like fun
definitely
shows to watch.
this is definitely a show that was for the casual fan because if you're just tuning in and you just know some of the names of the people, you're seeing Cena win, you're seeing Orton win, you're seeing Taker win, and then you're tuning in for Brock Lesnar, but you're getting to see a good match, and you're like, oh, I like both these new guys that I've never heard of before in Reigns and Rollins.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely more of like a casual fan show, which is WWE aims towards too. So like, if a casual fan thinks it's the best Mania ever, then more power to them. Like that's their opinion.
Exactly, and why wouldn't they? They got a nice long promo from The Rock. They got to see Triple H win. I mean, they got to see the people that they're tuning in to see, the bigger guys, the people that they know outside of wrestling. Like even it's sad, but people don't know that Taker still wrestles.
Yeah. When you tell them Undertaker still wrestles, they go, "What? He's still wrestling?"
Yeah, because on our drive over, we were talking about the matches, my girlfriend and I, and she's like, Undertaker's fighting Bray Wyatt. I'm like, she's like, who's Bray Wyatt? And I'm like, that's not important right now. And she goes, Undertaker's still wrestling. I'm like, yep.
No, my mom even said some funny stuff during this show. She was all like, "How is Undertaker still so big?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's 7 foot tall, Mom. He's just not going to lose height over time."
And she's like, is that Hulk Hogan? I'm like, yep, that's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, my mom was all like, "NWO?" Like when the NWO came out, because my mom used to be a huge wrestling fan. The last show she actually watched was 24, funny enough. Like, she was like, "You know what this WrestleMania reminded me of? Of the one where Undertaker defeated Edge." I'm like, "So your last one, 24? Exactly." They're like 20, but you know what I'm saying, like 24 and 26. That was like that's why I compare 31 to 24 and 26, because if you look at those cards, that's more of like a casual fan show. Like I know a bunch of casual fans whose favorite WrestleManias are 24 and 26. 26 had some of the biggest names, out there in professional wrestling. You had Triple H take on Sheamus. You had John Cena and Batista have a fucking match. I mean, that's like a casual fan's wet dream right there. Like two of the biggest stars winning for the title.
That we don't have our stars like our Shawn Michaels and our Edges and our Jerichos. They're not around anymore.
Yeah.
WWE just doesn't want to build up the new stars.
Yeah, and this one did feature, the new stars a little bit. That's the one complaint I do have with this Mania, if anything above all else, as a hardcore fan, it's just like no new stars, minus Seth Rollins, you could say, were kind of made from the show. I mean, Dean Ambrose should have won the IC belt type of deal, Dean Ambrose become an IC champion. Roman Reigns should have had a featured match if he wasn't going to win the title, or he won. It looked like a big deal. Russo should be like the next big heel, type of deal. So like Bray Wyatt, same thing. So when it comes down to it, some wrestlers, like some new stars weren't made. So that's like really like my only drawback from this show. Like if some of the younger talent won, if all the younger talent won, I'd have been happy a lot with the show.
Yeah, and then I watched a little bit of the Raw the night after. We can talk about that, but I didn't watch much of it. I pretty much turned it off after Sheamus came out.
Oh, did you like Sheamus's new look?
It's interesting.
All right. Let's see what questions we have here. Matt from Indo Rope Show asks, "Hey, Routt, I'm delivering pizzas at Hungry Howie's as a part-time job. Any tips from a fellow pizza entrepreneur?"
I will make you a video specifically talking about pizza delivery tips if you would like me to, Matt. Just for you.
He also asks, "When are you going to come down to New Orleans to get fucked up with the Indo Rope Show crew?"
Hopefully sometime later this year. It's only like a 3-hour drive from where my mom lives, so.
Joseph Tinson
Hey,
asked,
when are you coming to Iowa?
when I get off probation. That's another story.
Dreamboy899 is never coming to Iowa.
Whatever happened to Dustin? He disappeared. Joseph Tilson asked, wait, TNA is still alive?
Supposedly. Just like
Destination America.
Wrestling.
Destination America.
I'm Jeff Jarrett. I'm going to start my own wrestling company.
Global Force Wrestling.
Hoo-yah.
Bill Bradford asked, do you think the Breakfast Club will sweep again at the next WrestleMania like they did this year? So will the Breakfast Club sweep at WrestleMania 32?
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? Who do you think? It's probably going to be Orton or Sheamus to take the fall.
Probably. Those guys aren't like really the big members of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it's mostly Cena and Triple H.
I don't know, because I don't know who Cena's going to face next year.
Don't worry. There's some NXT superstar just ready to fall to John Cena.
Alex Riley.
Okay, calm down there. Maya Ducouré asked, what do you think about Extreme Rules main event being Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins for the WWE title, possibly in an Extreme Rules match? Predictable. Like, that's like the best option that you can, that you can get from Seth Rollins' first title defense. I mean, he has to face someone, that fans are going to be at least interested in tuning in and seeing. He already has an established history with Randy Orton, so why not just finish the feud and have his first title defense be against someone people are going to talk about,
I broke stuff.
No, you broke stuff. What do you think about Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins?
It'll be good. I'm not sure if it should be the main event, but I don't think that the belt needs to always main event. If you have a bigger feud, that can main event.
Bradley Tijon asks, hey Chase, do you agree with Triple H beating Sting, or should it have been another way around? No, I don't think Triple H needed to beat Sting in this match. I felt that, Triple H could have been a good little soldier and take the pinfall here, but in the long term of things, when you look at it, Triple H, he's going to be in the company much more longer than Sting. You need Triple H to look strong as he goes on to face other people like The Rock, maybe Roman Reigns down the road. So, no, I don't agree with it. I felt Sting should have gotten his WrestleMania win just for all the respect that Sting has in the wrestling industry. But hey, it is what it is. It's game. What about you, Mr. Routt?
I'm sorry, I was reading something in that listing, but honestly, I don't have a problem with Triple H winning. I really don't. I never was a huge fan of Sting, and maybe that's part of the reason I didn't care that much. And the fact that they brought out the nostalgia and just kind of closed the final chapter on everything, I mean, I was fine with the ending.
You're fine with the ending? All right, then.
The handshake at the end.
Just a handshake. It's like, you know what? I respect you now. It's like, no, you don't.
I hit you. I beat you with a baseball bat. I hit you with a sledgehammer. I gave you a pedigree. We still friends?
Of course, bro. Always and forever. Never a doubt. The game. So there you have it, people. With a few days removed from WrestleMania 31, Mr. Routt and I came on here, and we gave you our thoughts on WrestleMania 31. And we both agree. People are still going to listen to this. Believe it or not, this video will probably get like 700 views by like the end of the week, just because it's like WrestleMania 31 live analysis, and people think this is the night of WrestleMania that we're doing this. But
if you made it all the way this far, then I want you to put in the comment section # Chase Loves Orton.
Chase Loves Orton. Sure.
Just to prove to me that you watched it all the way to the end.
Just to prove. But yeah, so anyways, we talked about WrestleMania 31. After a few days removed, we both agreed that this was, a fun show. Definitely if you were a casual fan watching this was probably one of your favorite WrestleManias. We definitely agreed that, this show kind of is overhyped by the IWC, but at the end of the day, if you enjoyed it, keep enjoying it, Don't let anyone, change your minds or your opinions about this show. I thought this was a fun WrestleMania. Not in my top 10 of all time, but definitely, top 15 worthy of a WrestleMania.
It's easily a show that I could have on the background, or I could sit down and watch again, and I wouldn't sit there and complain about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about this Mania. It's definitely like that, along with 24 and 26. Those are two shows that I personally like. that a lot of people don't like, but I personally like those shows, and I think I can sit down and watch those shows and be enjoyed throughout the most part.
All right. Well, I am Mr. Routt signing out.
Yes, Mr. Routt from Off the Rope Show. Maybe we'll have you again. Maybe we'll make this a series on the channel. Every 3 days from the pay-per-view, we'll talk about the WWF/WWE.
What's the name for it?
We can just call it analysis. The wrestling analysis. I don't know. Routt and Chase. Chase and Routt. Routing up Extreme Rules 2015.
Wrestling Route Chasers.
Wrestling Route Chasers.
I'll come up with something better. Or they can.
Yes, so there was our WrestleMania 31 analysis. I'd like to do this better too, more than like the night after the show or the night of the show, because it's like it gives you more time to kind of relax and see what they're trying to do with the storylines, more than just get your initial reaction. That's what the review is for. An analysis is more where you sit back after watching it and you kind of just take time to think and process of what they were most likely thinking.
Plus, it's kind of nice to sit and read other people's opinions and be like, yeah, I guess I could see it that way, or no, that's totally wrong. I don't know why they feel that way.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why this was days after the show. Thank you all for watching this live. If you guys did, we'll hopefully see you all next time for the Extreme Rules. If we don't get Extreme Rules, then Mr. Routt will be truly like Brock Lesnar and will show up after SummerSlam.
God, I can't wait to like that $500.
Truly be like Brock Lesnar. So I have some contract negotiations to attend to. Mr. Routt, is there anything you would like to plug?
I have a channel. I don't make videos on it very often, but you can check it out. It's mroutt. If you just do a search in YouTube, subscribe to it.
What about Twitter? You have a Twitter?
Yeah, mroutt. On Twitter. At mroutt.
All right, if you guys like me, hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseAuber68. I'll see you all next time. I got some topic videos on the top of my head. One of them being, is Reigns really worse than John Cena? And the other being, stop with these one-word names, WWE. Because seriously, Adrian Neville just being Neville is so ridiculous and jobberish to me that it's just dumb. So maybe you'll see those two videos on my channel. If not, I'm pretty sure people will ask Q&A questions about them. So I'll see you all next time. Oh, Q&A? Well, I always like to do a live one every once in a while, so maybe we'll plan a live one in the future.
That could be fun.
Yes. All right, then. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the show. See you all next time. Peace.